so excited to be doing this video. It's definitely been a topic of conversation for us. I feel like we get asked a lot about our experience on dating overseas, as well as online dating, Christian dating, interracial dating. I feel like we get a lot of questions about it. So really excited for the opportunity to talk about the specific subject of dating while doing missions. My name is Caitlin.
And I'm Tim.
And we've been married for almost a year now, but I feel like a majority of our relationship was overseas. I did a program called the World Race. So I lived overseas for a year, and you were here serving back at home, doing the basic, 9 to 5 job and whatnot. And so we just wanted to touch a little bit about our personal experience, and if you guys have follow-up questions, obviously send them to us. But yeah, so how was it for you? I mean, we said goodbye in the airport, and it was just like, all right, like no phone, maybe there'll be Wi-Fi. There was like so much unknown. What was that like for you?
To be honest, I guess was just facing that first time, and then just knowing that I might not be able to call her, see her, or text her. That was hard at first, but I was just comparing myself to, I guess, dating back then, like when someone is going out of a country and then not having Wi-Fi connection. It was hard, probably 10 times even harder back then. And now we have all this media, Facebook messengers, Skype, or whatever it is. I knew it's gonna be hard, but I also knew that it's not gonna be that much of a challenge because I have so much media that I could use to, just communicate with her.
Yeah.
And even though, some areas, some months, she didn't even have like internet or just connection at all, we had to like communicate only once a week, but we were still able to communicate basically.
Yeah, I remember like the first month on the World Race, our ministry site, we like didn't have Wi-Fi, so we got it maybe once a week when I'd go to McDonald's, really. But I remember I would like write out an email, almost like a journal in a sense, because I had my computer or my phone, and just like writing out what I did that day and what I was thinking. And by the end of the week, I had quite a long email to send you, and I knew he was going to send one as well, so I'd be receiving something to hear about his week. And that was really helpful, and I felt like it allowed me to still be present because I wasn't constantly worrying about when I was going to get Wi-Fi. I knew that I would have it at the end of the week. I could send you that email and we'd be good. Though we might be able to FaceTime, but oftentimes the Wi-Fi it wasn't like strong enough, and so it would get more frustrating, I feel like.
The first 3 months, I think it was the hardest one for us because connection-wise, it was South America, Central America. It was the hardest one because basically barely any connection. When she got connection was when she had to go to McDonald's to get Wi-Fi. And that's kind of like once or only twice a week. She had to ride buses basically to go to the McDonald's. But it was sweet because I was just, the suspense of just waiting for her email was killing me. I was so eager just to read her email back then. Like, oh, I know, okay, this day she's in McDonald's, and like I know she's gonna get a letter, email, or was it even just like 5 or 10 minutes of just calling, even though it was like a bad picture, video. But it was sweet because we're able to constantly just communicate with each other through letters, email, basically.
Something else we did, which if you're interested in these resources, I feel like we have like a library of resources that we went through. But the first month and a half, we did a devotional where Monday through Friday, it's like one-on-one devotional, asking you questions to think about. And then Saturday's devotion is to share with your partner, the person you're dating. And so we would do that and talk about that in the emails as well, so that we were still growing. I think that was one of our biggest fears, was like, we don't want our relationship to stay constant the year we're gone, like, because you want your relationship to grow and be strengthened. And so we were very intentional with digging into resources, as well as, I'd say, we were very intentional about asking for accountability. I know for me, I never wanted to be so consumed in my relationship that I was forgetting why I was overseas. Because I feel like sometimes it's so easy to say, like, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to go do missions, be so selfless and humble, but then you're there and you're worried about your needs and your wants, and you completely, like, you miss the opportunity of, like, why you even went to serve. So I would say, like, seek guidance, seek accountability, and, like, what was hard or easy? Like, how did you stay present in your ministry? Like, was it weird with me being overseas, doing ministry, and, like, ministry looking different for you here? Like, was any of that hard, weird, great, encouraging?
Actually, to be honest, that time, yes, like, we talked about it a little bit, that we don't want that each other just constantly be in communication, because we don't want to interfere with the actual mission itself, the actual everything, that the mission that she was going to. I don't want, like, her to constantly texting me, or I was texting her or sending stuff to her. So what I did was just get myself busy, and at church. I was at the worship team at that time, so I was pretty busy getting myself into the community. Just do whatever the church or your home church needs to do. You serve right there. Get your mind out of that. Basically, get myself busy.
That's cool. Do you think, like, what else worked well?
I know prayers. I know. The first 3 months I was so worried.
Or, like, when I got sick, like, I can't imagine what that.
She went out to the first country, was completely sick, and I was worried. But prayer, lots of prayer. If you need to do fasting, go fast. That's whatever you can get your mind with the Lord, and then just intercede with whatever you guys experiencing overseas. Prayer a lot.
I think communication was a huge thing we learned as well, is, like, communicating, and I feel like overseas is, like, way different than here, because, you know, if I'm upset or feeling neglected or annoyed or any of these things, like, he's never going to know, because I'm not coming home for another 10 months. So you really reach a point of open communication. You reach a point of just, like, it's now or never, because if I don't have another week to talk to you, I'm going to be burdened with this the entire week until I get internet. And so you really learn, like, just say it, talk about your feelings, talk about literally everything.
Just be able to just speak out your mind. Because a long distance relationship is not easy, it's hard. So everything is based on trust. You got to be able to trust each other. But trust also is caused by communication, how you be able to communicate with each other well. And we were able to communicate each other well, like what we have in mind, what we don't like, what we like. Just be upfront, basically.
And I think to close the video, I would just encourage you, whether you're the person serving overseas or you're the person staying here, to just be encouraged that there's a purpose for this season. It's not forever, and you'll be okay. It's going to be hard at times, but I think it really laid the foundation for our marriage, and, like, brought so much strength and was so valuable into our friendship and our marriage relationship. And I absolutely do not regret those 11 months that we did in long distance. I am so thankful the Lord allowed us to walk through that, because we joked about it, but, like, if we could do 11 months overseas, like, we can do anything. And I think when you are staying just like emotionally pure and really setting the relationship before the Lord, like He is going to bless that.
Yeah.
Like we were so blessed, and yeah, just don't resent the season that you're going into, or the purpose and calling, regardless of what that looks like, because it's pretty special.
Yeah, and I know before she left, I knew that I wanted to marry her after she comes back. So the mindset of she's worth it. So what's another 11 months for just waiting for her? That puts me in the mindset of like she's so worth it to wait for. So 11 months for me is just a little sacrifice that I made for a lifetime of friendship and marriage.
So that's it that we have for you guys. But if you have any follow-up questions, you want to know about the resources and the books we did, some great podcasts to listen to about dating, anything like that, we are happy to answer those. Just let us know. And really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this, and hope that the missions trip and long distance goes great.
I promise you it's going to be sweet. And then when you guys look back, and it's going to be so sweet. So just encourage you guys.
Thanks.